Hey, I'm going to go back up to the barn and do some more work on the interior and let the storm do its thing outside. I'm going to work inside with a heater. So let's go ahead and get this started. Hello! My name's Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a small homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. For you new viewers who don't know where we're located. And this is the Homestead Building Project series. Today I am working on the interior of the barn. The exterior is completed and I just have some minor details to finish. Like I have to build 2 gates today and finish out some of the trim. I had to go down to the lumber yard and pick up some more pieces to finish off my projects. And I think we will be done today, hopefully. Except for, there's a part that I mentioned in the previous video that I had to order out of China, and believe you me, when they talk about a slow boat from China, this thing is on a very slow boat from China. I ordered it about 3 to 4 weeks ago and it still hasn't showed up yet, but we'll talk about that later, and I'll make that a whole separate video unto itself because that's an interesting little project I got going on with that particular item. So I got my heater on. It's nice and warm and dry inside here, but it is storming like all get out outside. So here's the boards I was talking about. We're going to go ahead and put a coat of paint on them, let them dry, and the heat will help dry them faster. And the goats are begging to get in, but it's not time for them to come in yet. Okay, I got this side painted. Now I just have to flip them over and do the other side. Okay, I got all these painted, and now I just got to trim some and frame that window. That's the next project I'm going to work on right now, so let's get that window framed. That heater is really warming it up in here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off too. Yeah, when you're working hard, you exert a lot of energy and it creates heat. So I got my boards cut. Now we're just going to tack them to the window. Okay, the windowsill. Yay! Gotta trim it off with a little quarter round. There you go. Now I gotta put the casing around the window. Now the casing. with a little bit of a fresh touch-up with some paint, we've got it installed. The window is done. Ooh, I got a little spot to wipe down. Right there. Wet cloth with this paint works perfect on flooring. I'm also painting the gates on both sides. Alright, let's get busy and get painting. Okay, next project is the gates for the stall. So let's get some boards cut and get the gates assembled. I need 8 of them that are 15.5 inches long. And I need 8 of them that are 43.5 inches long. Now it's time to assemble the gate. Okay, we're gonna go here, there, and there. My gates are done. I'm just putting the final coat of paint on them, and we'll let it dry in front of the heater here, and then we'll go ahead and once it's dry, we'll hang the gates. And now I gotta apply the hinges to these gates and the barrel bolts, so let's do that now. Okay, time to screw in the barrel bolt. Okay, the gates are up and they're done. Okay, just a couple more things to do on the stalls, and that is put in the thresholds and the creep guard, and then I can go ahead and put the bedding down, the straw in, and move Mama Pig in here because it looks like she's getting ready to nest, and the barn is done just in the nick of time. So let's get those thresholds put in. Again, I'm using these 2x4 clamps or holders, and we're going to go ahead and mount this. And we've also got to install one on here because I moved the gate up high enough to clear so I can put a threshold in here. now green board. I'm going to use these as a depth gauge. Okay, the stall is done. Let me give you a quick tour of the stall. I have the regular door. It's a sliding door that comes into the stall. And then I have this little access gate that I can get livestock in and out to a milking stanchion, because once I move the goats in, that's primarily what this is designed for, is milk goats. So I'll have a stanchion out here in the people area. And also it's big enough for me to get through to do some maintenance in here. So to complete the stall, we've got to add some pine shavings. Now I got to do the other stall. Did you spread that for me already? Well, that's nice of you. Look at that. And that's what the threshold is for, is to keep the sawdust in. And now it's time for the straw for the bedding in the stalls. Hi. What is some of this? Here. Come on. The pigs are homed. The two pregnant sows have their stalls done. There's bedding in there. There's wood shavings. They got a yard to come out and poop in. Because pigs are clean animals. They won't foul their sleeping quarters. They'll come out here and do their business. Yeah. Oh my goodness, they are really fat. Wow. I purchased this swine feeder from the local hardware store just for this purpose, to feed these girls. So I'll load this up, and that way they'll always have something to eat. So let's go ahead and get this installed. They know exactly what to do. Ha! Well, I finally finished the project on the barn. Yay! The sows have been moved in. The bedding is down, and it looks like, I don't know, they're getting close. They're both looking very pregnant. They were laying down a little bit ago, and I could see the babies moving and kicking. And the one sow was actually doing some stuff that was indicative of nesting. She was getting some straw and making her nest. So now I have the task of cleaning up the barn and getting all my tools stored away back in my tool shed where they belong. But that's it. That's the project. This is utilizing a lot of stuff that I wanted to do with the original barn, but it was too late because I built it already. But this afforded me to implement a lot of different features in a barn that I wanted. And yes, the barn is too fancy for its purpose, but I wanted to do it. And as I say, I'm a little eccentric. And this barn is going to really suit the purpose. Hey, stay tuned. The final video on the barn will actually be the grand tour. There's a couple of little small things I get to do and finish up on the barn. But for the most part, the barn is done. The animals are moved in, and they seem to be really enjoying their new digs. So be sure to stay tuned for more videos. You can do that by smashing that little bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload. And please subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's free. I don't charge a thing. And also leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. And you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, Google+, and Blogger. I will see you guys in more videos. Bye-bye.